Hi, and welcome to Cosmic Consciousness with Cassia. On this channel, we discuss all aspects of the Ascension process. I have a variety of services that I offer to assist in your awakening journey, and you can find those listed in the description box below. Today, we're going to be talking about the Vernal Equinox. This is happening on Saturday, March 20th, 2021. And those who have been following this channel know that we've had very significant events and significant energies coming through whenever we've been seeing these repeating zeros, ones, and twos. And this started in 2020 that we started picking up on this energy, and it's continuing, and I'm feeling it continuing through 2022, where every time we hit these dates, we're getting incredible influxes of energy, of light coming through. And yes, we're getting these all the time, but they are even more potent when we hit these points, because we are quite literally restructuring our reality, and those energies that are coming through for that restructuring are very potent during these portals. I'm feeling them all as portals, and it's interesting because with this one, even the Galactic calendar has the 20th as a portal date. So we're going to be going through a lot of different energies today. We're going to be getting into the astrology a little bit. We're going to be utilizing the Galactic calendar. The energies, the way they sync up, you guys, it's going to blow your minds. It's really powerful. And we're also just going to be talking about what I've been feeling for the energies, and then we're going to pull some cards. So get ready. Here we go. Equinox, here we come. All right, so where do we even want to start? So we want to start, I guess, by talking about the energies of the equinox itself, right? So this is a very powerful day because it is a day where, one, we have the sun entering the sign of Aries. And we've been preparing this for a little while here. And if you guys watch the daily readings for the past week or so, you'll see where we're talking about the energies that are really lining us up to step into our POWER, to really take ACTION in the areas of our lives where we're being called to. It's a springing forward kind of energy in every sense of the word. As we welcome in springtime, as we welcome in this Aries energy, as we welcome in this energy of really actualizing ourselves in the world. It's really, really beautiful and really, really powerful. And so we have that. It is absolutely perfect that the sun will be entering Aries today, because it's very much that energy, and I'm feeling it really kicking off with that new moon in Aries, which is happening on April 11th in the northern hemisphere. 11th, 12th, depending on where you are in the world, and it's gonna be big. So I definitely invite you guys to come and participate in the new moon manifesting ceremony as well, because we're really kicking off this energy, but we're already getting into it. We're feeling it with this equinox, and we're really stepping into ourselves, stepping into the most current version of ourselves, right? Aries energy is very much about the now. It's not about what happened in the past. It's not about what's going to happen in the future. It's about, what am I doing right in this moment? Who am I right in this moment? And how do I want to be, right? How do I want to go after what it is that I desire? How do I make my dreams manifest? And so that's the energy that we're getting into. That's the energy that we're working with. We've been really working on our confidence. We've been working on our EMPOWERMENT, right? And the ways that we are able to step forward and take charge in our own lives. And that's what this Aries energy is all about. And we can see this reflected in the galactic energy as well, which we're going to get into in just a second. But I also want to talk about this other thing that happens on the vernal equinox, right? It's the time when day and night are equal. And I'm feeling this energy as really important with this equinox, because that means the dark and the light are equally powerful. They are in complete harmony. We are experiencing both in equal measure. And so I'm feeling for us that it's really important during this equinox to honor both our light and our dark. And it was really profound. This came through in a reading the other day, where we were talking about the fact that when we suppress our darkness, we're also suppressing our light, because our darkness is a part of us. And so if there are aspects of us that we are unwilling to look at, unwilling to shine light upon, unwilling to embrace, we're not able to embrace the fullness of who we are. And this energy is very much about us embracing and expressing the fullness of who we are. And so it's really honoring both of those aspects of ourselves today during this vernal equinox. Honoring our dark, honoring our light, honoring all the different dualities within ourselves, right? And honoring our physical selves and our spiritual selves, right? Our primal nature and our spiritual nature, and our humanness, and our divinity, and really merging those together, respecting those in equal measure, and seeing and experiencing the fullness of who we are through our ability to do that. So I'm feeling that energy as very powerful. And that's why we've been called, if you guys noticed in a lot of the readings leading up to that process of embracing our shadow, right? Embracing all of the aspects, falling in love with all of the aspects of who we are, because it's so important for us to truly have confidence, for us to truly stand in our full POWER and our full light. We have to be able to stand in our full darkness as well. If you guys, you understand what I mean when I say that, right? And so it's really understanding those two things. They are actually one and the same. They are two sides of the same coin, right? And so we want to experience the fullness and the richness of who we are, and to really honor all the different facets of that with this energy today. Now, the galactic signature of today is the yellow overtone WARRIOR. And I'm going to be saying the W word a lot, so we're going to call it the big W. And so this yellow overtone W energy, which is ruled by which is happening on a day ruled by the heart chakra and guided by flowering, just so we are also aware. But this W energy, it's all about questioning, intelligence, and fearlessness. And this is the energy of Aries, right? Aries comes into this world to develop courage, right? And courage is strength in the face of fear. It's not the absence of fear. It's strength in the face of it. And so that's what we're being called to step into today. We're being called to call upon that strength in the face of fear. We're being called to question our fears, to examine them, and to move forward through them anyway. Right? To not allow those to stop us, to not allow those to hinder us. And that's why we've been receiving a lot of guidance as well, to really examine our fears. We want to, when we shine light on them, we see that they're not as big as we thought they were, right? They appear larger than life, but when we actually CONFRONT them, we see that they're not that big and bad at all, right? And so really understanding this is an energy of questioning everything, using our intelligence, right? And with the moon in Gemini, we're very supported by this during this equinox, using our intelligence to question our reality, to understand our reality from a different perspective. And I'm going to read some things from the Yellow Warrior energy because it's so perfect. And so the first part of this says, fearless is not a reduction of fears, but rather the capacity to go beyond fear. Going beyond fear begins when we examine our fear. In the Shambhala tradition, discovering fearlessness comes from working with the softness of the human heart. And that's why I wanted to stop and mention that this is a day that's guided by heart and flowering, because it's bringing that heart energy into it. We get to confront and examine our fears. We get to question, right? But from that loving heart space. When we confront our fears with love, they instantly diminish, right? And we are able to call upon that courage that more readily. So really working with that heart energy as well as we're moving through today. It's the big-hearted W, right? And when we come from that place of compassion, when we embrace our W energy with that compassion, with that open heart space, that's when we make real CHANGE. And so the rest of this Yellow Warrior goes on to say, the spirit of the Yellow Warrior invites us to access divine guidance, circulate fresh analysis of our convictions to assure they represent our truths, confront uncharted terrain, exercise keen awareness, embrace CHALLENGE by recognizing it as the ever-present gift of growth. Understand obstacles as opportunities to strengthen ourselves. Apply mindfulness, precision, and will. Question all appearances, reference points, and information to gain deeper insight and intelligence. Question and confront fears in order to release their hold and transcend them. Apply one-pointed focus and determination in cautiously proceeding towards goals while remaining unweighted by expectations. A W's strength is in how she responds. How will you channel the power of the yellow W? The yellow W glyph symbol represents as a shield, resembling communication. You are an agent of cosmic forces. Be at home in the cosmic question mark. Integrate the three forces of mind, will, and spirit to pick up the staff of Galactic, EMPOWERMENT. All right, so that is powerful energy that we are working with, that we are calling in, that is being amplified by the energies of this equinox as we step into Aries season, as we step into this role. This is like us becoming the emperor in the tarot deck, right? We are strategic. We are using our logical minds. We are understanding. We are questioning. We are moving in a very productive and channeled and definitive manner toward what it is that we are wanting to create and manifest. And we are 100% confident in our ability to do that. And even if we're not, we do it anyway, and we develop that confidence as we go. So the affirmation for today is, I empower in order to question, commanding fearlessness. I seal the output of intelligence with the overtone tone of radiance. I am guided by the power of flowering. I am a galactic activation portal. Enter me. And so when we talk about this overtone tone of radiance, right, this is empowering, commanding, and radiance. And so we are being asked to command our energy today, to step into and fully embody our radiance and to radiate that outward into the world, right? Our simple presence is EMPOWERING. To both ourselves and others. And so that's the energy that we want to work with. And I'm being reminded to look at something that I wanted to clarify here. What does it say? Oh yes, circulate fresh analysis of our convictions to assure they represent our truths. So what are our convictions? Our convictions are the things that we believe wholeheartedly. Our convictions are the principles that we live by. Right? And so we're being asked to examine those, to question those again, to really weigh and say, do my convictions, do the principles that I live by represent my truth? What is my truth? Right? And how can I live that truth? How can I embody? How can I radiate that truth? COMMAND that truth out into the world. So really intense energy. I'm really, really loving it. And so we're going to pull a couple conscious spirit cards to get us started here. Clear. Guidance from the conscious spirit deck for this equinox. First card out is release. I release that which does not serve my higher purpose with gratitude and love. So this is as we are fearless in our appraisal of ourselves, of our truths, of our convictions, we are able to then release anything that is not in alignment with our truth. That's a major energy that I'm feeling. And remember, it says release with gratitude and love, right? So really calling into that, stepping into that heart space again when we are releasing as well. And then we have the air elemental coming out. I embrace the element of air and am open to all knowledge and wisdom. So this is really an energy of seeking that higher knowledge and wisdom, right? Of really stepping into, when we become empowered, we don't accept anything as truth without going inside first. We fact check with our hearts, with our intuition, with our inner knowing, right? And then we decide what it is that we're going to accept and what it is that we're not. And anything that we're not willing to accept, we simply release. Anything that does not resonate, we discard, right? We step into that energy. This is the energy of communicating. This is the energy of really working with our minds, working with that mercurial energy, being open, right? It says, I am open to all knowledge and wisdom. And I feel like there's a lot of knowledge and wisdom wanting to come through for people. And some of that knowledge and wisdom may contradict the truths that we held before. And that's why it's important to be open, to be questioning, right? Then we have the moon goddess coming out. I am in harmonious flow with the moon's energy in all phases of life. And I'm feeling this, like we said, with that new moon in Aries, which is really coming to elevate this energy that we're building towards, right? And I know there's a full moon in between, but we're talking about that new moon because I'm feeling that new moon energy, all right? But it's being in flow with the moon's energy and with the phases of life. So just seeing where we are, am I in flow with the phases of my life? Where am I feeling resistance, right? Where am I feeling out of flow, out of harmony, and how can I move more deeply into harmony with these natural phases, and really working with the moon's energy. I feel like people are being called to work with the moon's energy. And like I said, join us for that new moon manifesting ceremony. We do it every new moon. It can be really, really powerful, and it really helps us to tap into that, the cycles of the moon, and really working with those in our manifesting and creation process. Yeah, but just paying attention to where that we are experiencing that flow, and where we are possibly, like, where is that flow stymied a little bit, and what can we release in order to allow that to flow more freely. And then we have the earth elemental. I gratefully accept the abundance the earth bestows upon me. So a lot of beautiful abundance coming in for people. And then we have nature spirits on the bottom of the deck. I respect all of nature's elemental beings and help preserve life on earth. So Gaia coming through again, strong, right? She's wanting us to understand the importance of the relationship that we are continuing to build with her, right? As we ascend, as we move into this higher consciousness, right? We are ascending physically, which has never happened before. Typically, ascension is an out-of-body experience. We are ascending in body, right? And so she is doing this with us. And so there's a beautiful kinship that we are developing with the earth. And it's a huge part of this process is us reconnecting to the earth, reconnecting to nature. That's why we're talking about the flow of the moon's phases and the phases of life, right? We are reconnecting to our celestial nature and to this planet and the bounty that she provides us. And as we connect more with her, as we synchronize more with her, as we support her and allow her to support us, that abundance continues to flow. Right? All of that physical, real world manifested abundance comes from the earth. And so we support her, she continues to support us. So really connecting, right? As we welcome in springtime, as we welcome in this next phase, right? This is a cycle. The equinox is a part of that natural rhythm and cycle of the earth. And so really honoring the earth and honoring her cycles. As we honor our own cycles, doing something outdoors would be a really great way to connect with this energy today. And then we have reach for your dreams. I am the creator of my own dreams and achieve them with confidence, right? The confidence. So this is all about that ACTION. This is all about us moving into the energy of our dreams, embracing our dreams, right? Living our dreams and knowing that we have everything within us in order to achieve them, right? We contain everything that is necessary. All of the skills, all of the knowledge, all of the wisdom, all of the talent. We've been spending lifetimes building this up, right? This is not our first rodeo. And so we're putting all of that together now in this lifetime, which is really, really exciting, you guys. And then we have Earth Angel coming out. I am a guardian of Mother Earth and protect all who live on her. So the earth coming through strong in this reading today. She really, really wants us to connect with her. She wants us to respect her. She wants us to honor her and to in turn allow her to honor us. So it's really stepping into that energy of guardianship and kinship with the planet. And then we have the Flames of Wisdom, Crone, on the bottom of the deck. I am open to all of life's wisdom and share with gratitude. So really sharing our own wisdom as well. Continuing to gain wisdom and sharing the wisdom that we have gained. I want to do some Black Moon astrology cards as well. Clear. Let's get some guidance for this equinox. Equinox energy. All right. First card out, Aries. I am. Right? And then we have the 5th house, creativity, coming out with it. So this is a lot of fire energy, right? The 5th house is ruled by Leo. And the Grand Trine blessings on the bottom of the deck here. All right. So this is us stepping into our creative, POWER. This is us stepping into our, right? I co-create. I am the creator of my own dreams and achieve them with confidence. This is us stepping into that co-creative role with the planet especially, but with all aspects, right? With source. Really, because of course the planet is an embodiment of source, right? Stepping into that creator mentality. What is it that I am wanting to create? What is it that I am wanting to initiate? What did I come here to do, right? Really fulfilling our purpose, stepping onto our path with that confidence, with that knowing within us that we have that energy of fire at our disposal. So I love that. What else have we got coming out here? All right. We have part of fortune increase. And then we have Scorpio, I transform. All right. So this is as we step into our ability to co-create, right? To be those creators in our reality, to shape our reality to our liking, right? To understand that we have the ability to do that. We came here to remember that we are creators. In other dimensions, we create worlds, all right? And so if we can create entire worlds, of course, we can create the reality that we want to experience in this world, right? So really stepping into that, understanding that, moving forward, having that confidence in ourselves, in our ability to be that powerful creator. And then we naturally experience increase as a result, right? Because that is the natural byproduct of alignment, is increase, is abundance. And there's an incredible transformation. Let's get more on this Scorpio card. Let's talk about this. I feel like some people, it's like people's abundance, a transformation of your outer reality and the different ways that you experience abundance. Transformation of finances for some people. Yeah, we'll take them both because that one wanted to pop out too. So we have Sagittarius, I see, and Gemini, I think. Right? And so Sagittarius, there's another fire energy. So we've got essences of all the fire energies here with the 5th house, with the Aries, and with the Sagittarius, which is a lot of that, you guys know, a lot of that fire, a lot of that passion, a lot of that spark, right? This is like Wands energy in the tarot deck, a ton of Wands energy that we got going on here. And then we also have the emotion and the air with the Scorpio and the Gemini, the water and the air. And so this is a transformation of the way that we think. And as we transform the way we think, we transform the way we see. Okay, our perception transforms. Our belief systems transform, right? This is definitely a transformation of those things. It's a transformation of the way we utilize our mind energy and how that impacts our reality and our ability to see with a clearer vision, right? Our ability to see and to know. And then we have Saturn return age. And so we reach a whole new level of spiritual maturity as we allow this transformation to take place within us. A new age, right? With the Saturn return landing on top of the Aries 5th house creator energy, right? This is like us stepping into our next level of spiritual authority when it comes to us being creators. When it comes to us taking CHARGE of our reality, of our earthly experience. And then we have North Node, life's purpose, right? Which steps us more deeply into our purpose. This is us moving into the energies that we came here to embody in this lifetime, right? And all the different ways that we came here to express that energy, to experience that energy. And to, of course, with this Crone card, share that experience with others. Yeah, so the next phase of our purpose, the next phase of our journey. And then we have the Cancer, I feel card coming out. So this is the intuition, right? This is really being guided by that intuition, really stepping deeply into that and stepping deeply into our role once again as caretakers, as nurturers. And with all of this earth energy coming out, absolutely as nurturers of the earth as well. Of nurturers of the earth, nurturers of the collective, and also, of course, nurturers of ourselves. And this is also, how are we nurturing our passion? How are we nurturing our purpose? How are we fueling that? And we can see that energy with the Chiron conjunct Ceres energy that we've been experiencing as well, right? How do I nurture the things that matter to me? How do I nurture myself so that I'm better able to fulfill my purpose? And then we have the fire element, desire, coming out. So yeah, fire, 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 you guys. We got some water, we got some air, we got a lot of fire. So that is absolutely perfect. We need that. And with the Mars card coming out, we need that fire, you guys. That fire is being lit right now. And we are just being asked to fan those flames. And yes, of course, fire unchecked can create destruction, right? So we want to be aware of that. But this is like that good fire. This is that spiritual fire, that passionate fire. As we're feeling invigorated. It's like we're waking up. We had that slumber, right? During that cycle of winter, there was a lot of integration. There was a lot of healing that took place. There was a lot of examining the darkness, right? And now we are feeling that renewed fire within us, right? That spark that is being lit, that is being ignited and is growing. And we are going to continue to cultivate and to grow throughout 2021 and beyond, right? And then we have Venus love coming out. So this is bringing everything back to that heart energy, moving from that heart energy, creating, right? This landed right on top of these cards here, creating from that heart energy, right? Seeing everything and everyone through the eyes of love. That's what I'm feeling more than anything else with this. It's just the ways that we experience and understand love are maturing, right? This is unconditional love. This is cosmic love. As we step more deeply into that, as we get a greater appreciation for that, what that means. And part of the reason that we're able to do that is because we have deepened our level of self-love as well. And then we have the air element communicating coming out. So fire and air, right? Air feeds fire. So this is like spirit just really, I see spirit just like kind of breathing on our fire, fanning those flames of it, allowing us, inspiring us to reach higher, right? And to really communicate. This is an energy of us also learning, right? And we've been working on this, learning how to communicate what it is that we feel. Learning how to communicate our passions and our desires. Learning how to work constructively with others, right? Because this is the age of Aquarius. This is a big energy of collaborating, of teamwork, right? None of us do this alone. We don't create. What we are creating is a community experience, right? A collective, unified experience. And so as we are moving into that, right? And think about it, as we begin to elevate our consciousness, as we begin to ascend, we move closer and closer to what they call a social memory complex. A social memory complex is when we all share the same knowledge, the same wisdom. We are so unified that our minds are connected, right? And this doesn't happen through AI and weird technology, right? This happens through our natural spiritual technology, right? We are becoming that hive mind in a sense, right? But like in a very natural way, in an evolutionary way. And so it's really learning how to communicate, how to see and experience through the eyes of unity, and how to work together collaboratively towards what it is that we want to achieve, right? Seeing and keeping in mind that shared vision and really understanding how to see from that shared point of view. Instead of what it is that makes us different, what it is that we want to do differently, how are we the same? What do we want? What do we all want? And how can we each contribute a little piece of what we have to offer to create that, right? Yeah, so I love that. That's beautiful energy. And Saturn, truth. Communicating truth, right? And for some people, we may have some energy. I am going to throw it out there because I am seeing it. Of people communicating the truth about how they feel to each other. People who have this love for each other. And so this isn't just people coming out of the woodwork telling you that they're in love with you, but for some people that could be an energy. People are getting the courage to do that, right? They're getting this little extra oomph from all of this powerful fire energy to come forward, right? So that's definitely possible. That's going to be happening for some. But this is also like us communicating how we feel to people in all aspects, all the people that we love. Really putting that energy out there, telling people that we love them, telling people that we appreciate them, showing that appreciation, right? Communicating that appreciation, not just through our words, but through our ACTIONSs, right? So yeah, just all of our truths being communicated, really stepping into that. And it's like not just communicating that with each other, but communicating that with spirit as well. Communicating that and stepping into a deeper resonance and understanding of what that means to us. And then as we step more deeply into our truth, right, we receive all of these spiritual blessings. This is health. This is vitality when I see the sun with the Grand Trine card together. This is also just all of the abundance of the spirit, the abundance of the self, the blessings that we receive when we step fully into our light, when we shine like the sun, right? And this is a beautiful transformation that is taking place here. Absolutely gorgeous. All right. What else do we want to do? We're going to pull a Star Temple Oracle card. Clear. Star Temple Oracle guidance for this, I almost said for this ascension, which yes, for this equinox. All right. We have Theta, the storyteller, intention. I am the narrator of my life, right? That is more of that creator energy coming through, right? And this is the power, this speaks of the power of our intention in our creation process. Doing everything right now. With all of this powerful energy here, we want to do everything with intention, right? Everything that we speak, everything that we say, everything that we do, right? Everything that we communicate, do it with intention. And set that intention for the highest good of all involved. And watch how that naturally, all of these blessings and all of this positive energy just unfolds from that simple intention. What is for my highest good? What is for the highest good of all? And then the Cosmic Enchantress, Wishcraft. I attract a steady flow of abundance, right? That abundance energy coming through, right? Yes. And she's holding the egg, that egg symbology, or that looks like an egg to me, right? It has been coming through really heavy lately. There's a lot of, just a lot of energy around that. And the egg is what? The egg is something that is about to be born, right? The egg is creation. And so nurturing the eggs of our creation, nurturing them with our intentions, right? Nurturing them with our love. And then we have the Aquamarine Star, expression. I express my intuition with self-confidence and love. So this is that energy of communicating our truth. We're really being called to do that in all aspects, in all areas. And we don't just communicate our truth by saying it, right? We communicate our truth by living it. And that is the most important thing that we are learning with all of this fire energy. How to communicate our truth by living it, by embodying it, by radiating it with this overtone tone. And this is also people being called. There's a lot of people right now who are receiving channeled messages, who are receiving that divine inspiration. And there's a lot of people who want to find a way to express that to the world, but haven't quite gained the confidence to do that. Or figured out the practical application of how that's going to work. But we're all really being called to share what it is that we are receiving, right? So many people are receiving communications. So share that. If you are listening to this, and you have been receiving transmissions, you have been receiving information, right? From the divine, from your team, from your guides, and it's resonating deeply with you and you're feeling this pull and this push to share it, you are being called to do that. So consider this your confirmation. And then we have the Ancient Grandmother Teacher, of course. I am the teacher that leads with self-knowledge. And so this is, of course, about walking our talk, embodying that wisdom, right? Just what we were talking about. But this is also about being that teacher. You have something to teach. And this is also this process that we've been going through, right? This transformation process where we have been learning more about ourselves, getting to know, getting to embrace all aspects of ourselves. What you're being asked to share is your experience. What have you learned through how you've grown, through what you've understood, what you've done to advance yourself? How can you share that knowledge and that experience with the collective? And how can you always be aware, be self-aware as you are moving through, right? We always want to be self-aware. As we teach others, right? We gain a deeper level of self-awareness. We become more aware. I become more aware all of the time when I do these videos of the things that I'm sharing that I'm not doing, right? I become aware of where I still have work to do. And then we do that work, right? And then we share from that place, right? If we are unwilling to look at an aspect of ourselves, if we are unwilling to do the healing work around something, we can't really teach that to others very effectively, right? And then on the bottom of the deck here, we have the Oracle Forecast. I am the Oracle. My intuitive insights flow freely, right? So more of that energy of sharing those insights, knowing that you are receiving these divine insights, right? This is confirmation after confirmation of confirmation for people who are seeking and needing that validation to know that, yes, you are receiving, you are the oracle, you are receiving this communication, and you are meant to share it. There is something that I guarantee every single person watching this channel, you're on this wavelength, right? You are receiving more than you think you're receiving. You are meant to share what it is that you are receiving, right? We are the way showers. We are the people who are leading by that example, leading with self-knowledge, leading with experience, right? We are learning and we are growing, and as we are learning and growing, we are also here to teach and show others, to embody the lessons that we have learned, to embody our radiance, right, our light, and to move in the world in that way, to show people we're blazing the trail for everybody else to follow, showing people what is possible. But first, we have to see those possibilities for ourselves. We have to see and know that we are capable, that we are able, right, that it's possible for us. And once we know that it's possible for us, we act upon that. We live as though it is. And then we watch as the miracles unfold, and other people watch that too. And other people are inspired, and they think, oh, if they did this, maybe so can I, right? That's how we teach. That's how we show. All right, this is really big. This is such powerful energy, you guys. I want to close with a couple Starseed Oracle cards. I love when these readings get going like this, and there's like 5,000 cards out on the table here. Clear. It's 1:11 here as I'm filming this right now. All right. What guidance do we have from the stars? All right. We have Pillar of Light. Your vibration is rising. You are the oracle, right? That's 2 cards now that said verbatim, you are the oracle. Or this one said, I am the oracle. This one says, you are the oracle. Okay? So if anybody needed further confirmation, there you go. And this is all that energy when we're talking about the yellow W energy, right? This is all about understanding that we have, this is questioning, right? This is not accepting anything that they tell us out there, right? Don't accept that as truth. Find your own truth. And you do that by going within, because you are the oracle. You know what resonates. You know what doesn't. You can discern truth, right? So it's really us fine-tuning our ability to do that. That is so important as we move forward. And trusting ourselves, trusting our inner knowing. And we the Hathors, deep love, mother's milk, birth is a portal. Right? And so this is a portal that we are experiencing right now. It is a portal of rebirth. As we are moving forward into this springtime, into this next phase of our evolution. And so allow yourself to be nourished. The earth wants to nourish you. Your spiritual team wants to nourish you. The Sacred Mother wants to nourish you through this process. So surrender to her love. Allow her love to envelop you. Allow her love to guide you and to give you that strength and that confidence and that reassurance that you need. That reassurance and that confidence to jump right in. Say yes to change and adventure, right? There's going to be a lot of shifts and a lot of changes coming. Like they haven't been already, right? But continuing to come. So it's just being willing, seeing life, right? That's what Aries in its best vibration does, is it sees life as an adventure. It sees every CHALLENGE as an opportunity, right? And so really seeing that and acknowledging that and being prepared and being open for the adventures that are waiting for us, that are seeking us, right? What you seek is seeking you. I love that quote. And so really when those opportunities come, say yes. If they give you that tickle of yes, maybe a little bit of fear, right? But excitement, when you feel them ignite, when it's like the opportunities that arise, the choices, the chances that arise, you can feel them like spirit, right? Breathing that air that ignites that fire, that makes that flame burn a little brighter. Say yes to those things, right? Anytime we are being confronted with a choice, right? We want to look at, when we are looking at what's going on in our minds surrounding it, are we operating in a place of fear? If we are making a decision from a place of fear, that's when we want to question that. That's when we want to reevaluate that. See, what is that fear? Examine that, right? Is that something that I'm meant to walk through? Can I walk through this? And yes, absolutely you can. And if you guys want assistance with any of that, please reach out to me. My email is in the description box below. Earth School, life lessons, soul growth, study, higher learning. Yes, we are advancing to our next level of study and learning. And one more card here. Perspective. None of this matters. Zoom out. Common ground, right? Like we were talking about. Seeing that higher perspective, finding that common ground with people, getting past the little things, right, to the bigger picture. Seeing the bigger picture, right? This is part of what we've been learning, is how to do this, just like we were talking about. How to collaborate with people. How to look at when we are being triggered and what that's really about, right? Looking beyond the small stuff, not getting caught up in those small resentments, in those small, not letting one little event sort of create a downward spiral and trajectory for our whole day, right? There's a lot of energies that I'm feeling with this right now. But all of these lessons that we've been learning about seeing from that eagle mind, right? From that higher perspective, seeing the bigger picture, seeing the way that events, what is this teaching me, right? What am I learning here? How can I evolve my energy and the ways that I act and interact with people, right? Yeah, a lot of that. Like, not just everything we've been talking about, right? Finding that common ground. What do we have in common? What do we both want? Okay? And how do we get there? How do we come together around what unifies us as compared to what separates us? And then the 7 Star Sisters, birthing creations, tapestry of life, expression. So that's what we're doing, right? We are birthing these creations, right? They've been gestating over this winter period, and now they are ready to be born. They are ready to be brought into manifest form. And they, with the 7 Star Sisters, right, they're meant to be brought into form with community in many, many aspects, right? So what vision, what is the collective vision, and how can we come together to share that vision, to birth that vision together? And what unique part can each of us play in that? This is about our individual visions and our collective vision, and really nurturing both of those aspects. All right. I love you guys. I appreciate you. I think that is going to be it for the reading today for the equinox. Really incredible energy. I'm so excited to ring this in with you guys. I probably would be doing a live for this if I weren't going to be in class tomorrow. But yeah, who knows? Maybe, depending on how I feel after, maybe I'll jump on. Maybe we'll do one tomorrow evening. Who knows? Either way, have a great day. Get out in nature if you can. Really celebrate Mother Earth today. Celebrate your connection to her. Celebrate your creations. Celebrate your ability to create as a spiritual W, as a creator being, right? Really step into and embrace that energy. How can we create from this point of truth, from this point of authenticity, right? And how can we move fearlessly through the world? Right? How can we develop that courage and that confidence? How can we utilize and actualize that in our manifest world? If you like this video, like this video. If you want to donate, there are links down below for that. As I said, my email is down below as well with the description of the different services that I offer. Please reach out to me if you want any assistance, and drop a comment. Let me know how you're feeling these energies and how your equinox is going. So much love, so much appreciation for each and every single one of you. Mwah.